Okay, we are going to talk about working with files, but this time using Cloudinary. Okay, now using Cloudinary is a platform, right, that allows us manage files. You can use Cloudinary to save your files, right? Retrieve them, get the URL to your files, and then you can refer to those URLs using your app, right? So there are two ways you can use Cloudinary. You can use Cloudinary directly on your front end. Maybe you're writing a React application, or you're writing maybe HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? The simplest way to use Cloudinary would be to use their REST API to upload pictures to Cloudinary. Then when you upload your pictures, what is going to be returned back to you is the properties of that picture, which includes the height, the width, the URL, and the secure URL to that file. Then what you have to do is you can then send that secure URL to your own backend to store it. Okay, that's one way to work with Cloudinary, and that's like the simplest way to work with Cloudinary. The second way to work with Cloudinary is to use their SDK. So using their SDK, you can use the SDK on your backend directly. So which means that the front enders can send the backend a picture. Then the backenders can pick this picture and upload it to Cloudinary, right? And then store the properties of that picture directly on the back end. So the front end doesn't need to send the picture to Cloudinary before sending it to your API. They just need to send the picture and every other details that come with that, maybe that record to the API. Then the API can pick it and do whatever it wants to do with it. But basically pushing what is necessary to Cloudinary. Okay, that's one way to work with Cloudinary, and that's what I'm going to do in this class. So this is how to do it, right? Okay, but first, let me move to the next screen. So we'll just talk about file uploads using Cloudinary. Okay. So let's go to our VS Code now, and let's see how we can do that, but this time using Cloudinary. Okay, so let me make the text here big. Now we are here, and I'll clear my screen. And then what we can do is, first we need to install Cloudinary. Okay, and how would we install Cloudinary? Let's say npm install Cloudinary. Yeah, npm install Cloudinary. There's actually a documentation for this, which we can definitely follow to see how we can use it. Now we've installed Cloudinary. The next thing we need to do is to require Cloudinary. So we'll say const Cloudinary. Okay, so now would we want to do this here, or we want to do it okay, we have a place we can actually upload pictures using Cloudinary, right? So we'll say Cloudinary should be equals to require, then we'll say Cloudinary. So we've imported Cloudinary. Now what we need to do next is we need to configure Cloudinary, right? So that we can give it our secret key and every other thing. Now, this is what you have to do. Now there are two versions of Cloudinary. There's the ordinary Cloudinary like this, and then you can add .v2, right? So there are two versions of Cloudinary, the ordinary Cloudinary and the version 2. The version 2 is what I'm going to use here. So after writing that, you can then come here and say cloudinary.config, and this config accepts an object, right? In this object, you have to put in your API key, your cloud name, your API key, your API secret, right? So how do you even get your cloud name, your API, and your secret, right? If you go and sign up at cloudinary.com, right? If you go to cloudinary.com, you should see you should be presented with where to sign in, right? And then you log in. Let me actually go to cloudinary.com and show you guys. So let me share that screen. Okay, so let me share it now. Okay, so this is my Cloudinary screen, right? And if you don't have a Cloudinary account, you can actually sign up, right? So powering the most engaging brands, image and video API platform, trusted by 1.5 million developers and 10,000 enterprises, hyper growth companies as a critical part of their tech stack, right? So trusted by the following companies and maybe more. And Cloudinary also even has Cloudinary AI and Cloudinary assets. So you can use it to notice maybe map out features on people's faces, or it can actually recognize people's faces on images and all those stuff. Right? Those are like advanced things, right? You can do. But all we just need to do today is, and also you can use Cloudinary to crop out images like automatically. Like if someone uploads the image, it can actually crop out the image. You can use it to compress the image or to resize an image, right? But what we want to do now is today is just to see how we can upload. So you go to login, email and password. So I log in with my email and password, and once I'm logged in, oh, it's still actually trying to log in. This is taking, okay. So this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, see it here. They even show how I can set up my work environment, right? If I was using ES modules, right? This is what I would have written, but I'm using CommonJS. So this is my Cloudinary name. So I could come here and copy this, or I could just copy the whole thing, right? Could just copy the whole thing, then come back to who has a question? Yeah, CJS, CommonJS, right? Okay. Then I can, let me go back to my VS Code and share that screen. So I can just come here and paste that and it's showing my API secrets. I'm not supposed to show that. Okay. So normally what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to move this to my my .env, right? So or I could generate another one later on. So that's my Cloudinary name, my Cloudinary secrets. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to start uploading files, right? I want to start uploading files. All right, so how do I start uploading files after doing my Cloudinary config? So in here, right, if I want to upload files, I could say cloudinary.upload. I think it's cloudinary.uploader. Then let's see, what do I need to put in there? I'll need to put in the details. Let me see. What does it accept? Oh, okay. I think it's cloudinary dot um cloudinary.uploader.upload. Yeah. Cloudinary.uploader.upload. Yeah, true. Cloudinary.uploader.upload, right? And this accepts the name of the string, like the file you want to upload, right? And then any other option. Okay. So if I want to upload a file, right? Remember that the file name is this file name. Someone, okay, you didn't get the Cloudinary config settings ladder. Okay, so this is it. You just put your Cloudinary name, the API key, and the secrets, right? You can also even come down here and say secure should be true, so that it will understand that it's secured uploads that you want to always send to Cloudinary. Okay. Have you seen it, Ladell?
Or do we still need the config in that import version too?
No, no,
After
no,
we've
no.
done that,
No, you don't need that import. I've already imported it here.
Mm.
So I guess the reason that import is showing is because I cut and pasted, I copied and pasted it. That's why. So now, if you don't add this secure of true, then your uploads, you won't be secured, which means you need to have an upload preset. But if you say the upload is secured, like secure is true, then you would have to maybe use the file. If you're trying to upload it to a particular folder, you can then upload it to a certain folder. I don't know if you guys understand what I just said. Anybody confused? So now, if we want to get, when we upload, right, how do we get our results, right? We can just say something like this: cloudinary, sorry, const cloudinary upload should be equals to await. Now, this is where we are going to put in the details of where we are actually uploading that picture, right? And where we are going to upload that picture is going to be at, or where we are going to get the picture is going to be at public / then the file name, remember, plus file, right? So this is where we are going to get that file, right? You can even decide to make it similar to this, right? Part.join this, then you can then say slash the name. Okay. So if you run this code now, this is going to upload to Cloudinary, right? And then we can just console.log the details of that upload. Console.log Cloudinary upload. Yeah, I think it's possible to upload a folder. It's possible to upload a folder using Cloudinary, but I haven't tried to upload a folder, right? But I think if you want to upload something like that, you have to upload a zip file, right? So it will treat it as a file, not more as a folder. Okay. I think that's what you want to do. And also, why would you want to upload a folder, right? You can create a folder and upload files to that folder instead of uploading folders directly to Cloudinary, right? So that's one thing you can actually do, right? Do you guys understand? Hello, do you guys understand?
So which file are we working?
You say,
Which file are we working?
which file?
Mm.
I've not yet chosen the file yet to upload.
Working in, not upload.
Okay, we are working on the index.js, the entry point. Okay. All right, so let's try out what we've done so far. Cloudinary upload. Let's see. npm starts. And connected successfully to my database, right? Then let's go over to Postman because I just installed Postman to use for tests. I think REST clients, I was having difficulties trying to upload pictures using REST clients, right? So let's see how, I'm sure Postman is going to work perfectly well. All right, so this is it. And I could just create, I think I could use this one. I think this was what I used last to try to upload images. No, it wasn't. All right, so what's the port? It's 4,000. So HTTP ://double/localhost then 4,000. Then I'll say /PIC. Is it a get or a post request? It's a post request. Post. Then what else? What are we supposed to send to this route? Okay, remember that we've not logged in, right? So I'll just come here. Authorization collection not found. Oh, okay. I think it was admin@admin.com, and the password was admin. No, it was, I think it was admin1234. Can't really remember. Let me try it. Oh, 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 sorry. This is supposed to be HTTP, not HTTPS. Localhost : 4,000. And I know our server is sleeping sharp. So I cancel that request and try to send it again. Okay. Right. So I've gotten my authentication authorization key. I can come here. I could name this upload a pic. Now, if you don't have Cloudinary, if you don't have a Postman installed on your system, you won't be able to test your local host, right? If you try to access Postman on your browser and try to use the browser to test your local host, it won't work. You need to have Postman installed on your system so that you'll be able to test your local host. Okay. So in here, I'll say my authorization should be bearer, and then the bearer, I'll pass the token there. And what else can we do? If we come to the body, right? The body is supposed to contain the task title, task body, and file, right? So task title, task body, file. The task title can be another task with pic. Okay, here is another task with a picture. Then remember here, I'm not going to type text. So I would come and change this to a file. Then it will show me to select a file. I can then select a file. Okay, so let me see. Let me choose a file. Let me go to my downloads and choose a file. I know you guys can see what I'm doing now. Let me just set. Let me just pick canfu.png and let's test it out. So if we send that request, right, everything works out fine. But then let's go back to our VS Code, right, and see if anything meaningful was logged out on our console. Yeah, so something meaningful was logged out. If you come here, you see, when we console.log Cloudinary upload, right? Now, this picture, this image that we just uploaded now has been uploaded on Cloudinary, and it has also been uploaded to our project. If I click here, I've been able to actually see the image actually, but I don't know why it's not coming up. I can't see the image. Open anyway. Let me see. Oh, I can't open that in the text editor. Okay, but this is that image that we just upload, right? But then apart from it being uploaded here, it's also uploaded on Cloudinary. Remember I said that if this code is on production and you pushed this let's say you uploaded pictures, right? The pictures will be uploaded on public, but immediately you make another, maybe you deploy again, it's then going to like it's going to clear this folder out, right? So you need a permanent place to store your files. It could be images, it could be video, it could be any other thing. Okay, so Cloudinary is that place you can actually do that. So if you look, right, you see a lot of information about the picture. See, okay, this particular one, let me check here. This particular one comes from this request.file, this line 50. From here to here comes from this line 50. But from here down, right, from here down comes from this line 54. See line 54. So at this point, you see that we have a URL, we have the height, the width, the format, everything about that image, the asset ID, which is the image, what you can use to maybe track that image, the asset ID, the public ID. The public ID would definitely be the image name. So if you see BYN at the end, if you see here, it's BYN. Then we see URL to the image and a secure URL. It's always the secure URL that you will save, right? If we copy this URL, right? If I copy that URL and I come to my browser, let me come to my browser now. Let me share my browser with you guys, right? If I come to my browser and, oh, sorry, this is not my, okay. If I come to my browser and then I come and paste that image, that's the link to that image. This is actually that image that I just uploaded. Oh, are you guys seeing? No, you can't see my screen.
Can't see it.
Oh, you guys can see my screen, right?
See your screen, but not your browser.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So I'm trying to share my browser. Okay. Okay, can you see it now? That's a secure URL that I just copied, right? And I just copied that, the value of that secure URL, and I came and pasted it here. If I paste it again and press enter, you see, it's taking me to that image. Okay, so I can actually upload another image, and let's try it. Let's upload. Let me go back to VS Code. Let me upload another image. So now what you're going to do is, after uploading the image, right, here for the picture name is not going to be this file name again. The picture name is going to actually be Cloudinary upload dot secure URL. Hello. So this Cloudinary upload dot secure, now it's your choice. You can choose to save the object, the whole object, as the picture name, right? You can that means if you're going to save the whole picture, right? If you're going to save the object as a picture name, then on the task schema, you come and say that the picture name should be object. You say picture name should be object, but I don't want to save it as object. I want to save it as a string, and the string should be the URL to that picture, right? Or I could just call this picture URL instead of picture name. Okay. Right, so that's the picture URL will be Cloudinary uploads dot secure URL, which right. So if I come here and say Cloudinary upload dot secure URL, then let's try to upload another image again. Right, let's go back here. Let's come to Postman, and then let me choose another image. Right, let me choose an image of someone spreading butter on bread. Right, and I'll click open. So I've chosen that image, butter and spread.jpeg. If I click send, right, notice what the response is going to be. The response is going to be, the picture name is going to be that image, right? And if I click on that picture, I know that I can actually get the picture from here. I can't get the picture from here. If I send, it's going to show me some, let me see. It's not going to show me. Okay, it actually shows me the image. Okay, so this is the image that I just uploaded, right? Someone maybe spreading butter on bread. That's butter and that is bread. You see? So that image has been uploaded on Cloudinary, right? If we come back to our VS Code, we'll see that a secure URL was printed to us, right? And if I copy that secure URL, Control C, then I come back to my browser, right? Let me choose that same place and I come and paste that image, right? Control V and I press enter. You see, this is the image we just uploaded, right? If you go to cloudinary.com, we should see that image. If I go to cloudinary.com and log into my account, I should see that image. Okay, so let me try that.
Please, I'm lost. But now it's not even the issue. Now the issue is that Cloudinary secret, mine is showing star star star. It's not showing the value, but yours is showing the value. How did you do it?
When you copy here and paste, it will come, the star 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 will be changed with the secret.
Yeah, I copied with Control C. Oh,
No, not copy with Control C. Come and click on this button.
okay.
Yeah, that's one. Then two, another way to get it is by going to your settings. If you go to settings, right? If you go to settings and then in your settings, you go to access keys. This is your Cloudinary API key and this is your secret, right? If I want to show my secret, I'll click here to show it. Then once I click here to show it, I can copy it, right? But your API key, when once you hover on it, you see a button to click to copy it. Okay. So
because
you
I
say,
did that. I think that I'll try that because
yeah,
I did the copy. It's still showing me asterisks.
okay, if it's showing you asterisks, then come here, come here on your Cloudinary dashboard, right?
Mm.
Come to settings here, click on it, and then when it loads this, just come to access keys. Then when you click on access key, you see API key, you can copy it. Then on your API secret,
I'm lost. Share the settings under which tab?
when you log into cloudinary.com,
Mm.
you will be presented with this screen.
Yes, yes.
You see these settings here.
Okay.
When you click on it, it will take you to your settings. Have you seen?
Yes, I've clicked on it. I'm waiting for it to load.
When it takes you to this place, on the sidebar, you will see access keys. When you click on access keys, you see all the access keys. So by default, when you create your Cloudinary account, an access key is automatically given to you. So if you don't want it, you can generate another access key and do whatever you want to do with that particular access key. Okay? Yeah. So I hope who is lost again?
Actually, I'm not following for some reason. The last class was not uploaded. A wrong one was uploaded, so I couldn't go back and get to the point I've missed.
Okay.
Mr. Victor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my question is, where exactly are you getting the image from? Is it that Cloudinary will bring the image from the local system and upload it to Cloudinary, or what?
Okay, I think I understand the reason why you guys are asking this question. The last class was
Or is it the part name
wait, let's come back
that
here.
is being uploaded to Cloudinary?
Yes, what I'm using is, see what I'm using. I'm saying public slash, then the file name gives us the name of that particular file, which is this like AD62, whatever this is. Do you understand? What now? Let me explain how the flow is. When you send an image to the back end, the first service that picks up that image is Malta. Remember that we used Malta in our last class to upload images. See, we said here that the destination Malta should always upload the images, should be the public folder, right? So here, Malta is the first person to actually upload that image. So after Malta uploads that image to the public folder, right? And then after uploading it to the public folder, we can get the file name using req.file, then the file name. But I hope you understand. Hello, do you understand to this point?
Yes, I'm getting.
Now,
Yes.
this file name is the file name here. Now, after Cloudinary, after Malta has uploaded it here, I now pass that file name to Cloudinary. So I'm saying cloudinary.uploader.upload. Then I'm saying this is the path to that file, which is /public/ then I'm concatenating this /public public/ with the file name. The file name is the original file name of, sorry, the file name is the file name that that Malta gave that file. I hope you understand. Which is, if you check here, this is the file name, right? So what I'm saying is, when Malta uploads it and gives it its own file name, I'm giving Cloudinary the path to that file, which is public/ then the name of that file. So Cloudinary will now come to this folder pick that file and upload it. Then after Cloudinary upload it, Cloudinary now sends us the properties of that image via this Cloudinary upload. Now, Cloudinary upload is an object. It contains URL, it contains the width, the height of that image, the tags for that image, and the rest. But what we are concerned with is the secure URL. The secure URL is what you can use to access that image. So if you're, let's say you're creating a website that maybe a restaurant can use to maybe upload their delicacies, and delicacies are going to be in picture, right? You can use this method to like put those delicacies online, right? So that, for example, let's go back to Postman, right? Let's go back to Postman. Where is Postman? Where is Postman? Where is Postman? Let me share that Postman screen, right? If we come back here and we say, we come back here and we try to, let me copy my authorization key so that I can be able to get what I just uploaded, right? If I come back here and say to get all my tags, then I change my key, right? And then I click send. Let's see. Okay, I'm supposed to change this to localhost 3000. Abi 4000. And remember, if it's localhost, it's not secure. So HTTP 4000/task, right? If I do that and we see the results, right? These other ones here, if we scroll to the bottom, you see that this one doesn't have just the picture name, right? It gives you the URL to that image, right? So now, if you send this to maybe the front end, the front enders can apply this as the source of their image, like writing img src, then src will point to the source of this image, which is this place, this URL. I hope you guys understand. Who doesn't understand?
Yes.
Okay. So that's basically how you can upload that. And then you can also declare a file, right? Sorry, a folder where what you're uploading is going to go, right? So that's one other very nice thing about Cloudinary. So let's see. I think we should go to Cloudinary and see what is going on. Let me check. Let me check the place I actually put that Cloudinary. Okay. Just give me some time. Let me share my screen now. I think that should be it. Okay, so if we want to check, right? If we want to check where we actually put those images, this is our Cloudinary dashboard. If you go to media library, right? I think it should be media library. If you go to the media library, yeah, okay. If you go to media library, you'd see these are the two images I just uploaded, right? These are the two images I just uploaded. There are other images that were here already, right? But don't worry about this one. These are the two I uploaded before. This one, the two of them, right? If I go back to VS Code, let me go back to VS Code and upload another image, right? Oh, let me go to Postman and upload another image. So I've come here, Postman, upload a picture, on the body. I'll choose another image, right? Let's see. Let me choose an image of a bottled water. Okay. Bottled water, I click send, right? And it has uploaded it. We can come back to Cloudinary, share it. All we just need to do is refresh. So if I refresh, come here and refresh, we should see that extra new image that we just pushed to Cloudinary. So this is the new image I just pushed. So who is having issue? Anybody not following? Is there anybody that is not following what I'm doing? Hello? Anybody not following? Hello, who's not following? So at this point, everybody's following.
Yes, I'm following. Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see something also. Now, I've been able to upload this image, right? But this image isn't in a folder, right? If we come to folder, we just see that there are different folders here, right? But the images are just there on their own. They are not in a specific folder, right? The images are just there like that, no specific folder. Now, how do we push an image to a specific folder, right? So let's come back to our VS Code. Now, to push an image or your assets to a specific folder, what you do is you come here and say comma, then you let me remove this sidebar, sorry. Sidebar, okay. Here, after the file name, you now write comma and you open an object which is going to contain the options for the image, right? Then in here, you can say the folder should be, what should we name the folder? I will just name the folder task picture. That's what I'll name the folder, task picture, right? Then let's come back here to Postman and try to make a request again. Okay, so this time I think I should use something different. I'll just use the image of oil, just oil, someone pouring oil on spoon, right? So let me send it, right? And that is uploaded too. You can come back to our Cloudinary. So let me share my Cloudinary. You can come back here and let me refresh. So did you notice that there is a new folder named task picture? Do you guys notice? There's a new folder here named task picture. That folder wasn't here before. But if I open the folder named task picture, you see, this is the image I just uploaded now, which is someone pouring oil on spoon, right? And if we come back to our Postman and we click on this link and we send that request, it should send us back that picture of someone pouring oil on spoon.
Mr. Victor, please let me see the post request you just made now to upload the file.
Okay, to upload the file, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is it. This file,
Okay, pics.
now,
Okay.
look, this file here has to correspond with the name I give it. Where is my VS Code? That file needs to correspond with Did I just share my VS Code? Okay, that file, right, as the name has to correspond with this file. See, it's this upload single, then you now say file. If I name this, maybe I would say task picture, then I have to come back to my postman, right? I have to go back to my postman and I have to make sure that the name of this will become task picture. Task picture should be equals to this oil.jpg. And if I upload it again, you'll see that everything's going to work out perfectly, right? It uploads. If we go back to Cloudinary, if I share my screen and I refresh, we should see another image of the same thing. You see, I uploaded the same image again, right? So that's the simplest way of actually uploading files, right? So let me recap on it again. First, Malta is the first middleware. Now, this is actually a middleware, right? Upload.single, and that middleware only applies to this route, this post route here, right? Upload single picture. Now, it's not by must that you must, it's not a must that you must do this in your root folder, right? It's not a must you must do it in your root folder. So how do we move this from our root folder to the other folder or to the other file, right? If you come here and check upload pics, right? This was where we were doing the whole thing before. So how do we take it from there down here? Okay, so let's do that.
We are not seeing your screen now.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, you guys are seeing it now, right? So I was saying, how do we take all this, right? How do we take all this to this upload pics, right? Now, remember that you've already done your configuration, your Cloudinary configuration here, right? You can either leave it here, you can leave it here, or you can move it to the folder that I want to use your Cloudinary with. But what I'll just do is I'll just say cloudinary.uploader.upload there. So I'll come here to that other folder. I'll just come and say const Cloudinary should be equals to require Cloudinary. Then after that, all I need to do is come here and say const, I could say result should be equals to await Cloudinary.uploader up. Okay, sorry. Cloudinary.v2. I'm using the version 2 of Cloudinary. So this would be Cloudinary.uploader.upload. And remember, it's not original name I want, it's file name. It's file name we want to use, right? I could. Okay, so I'd say, so how do we get that public file, right? I'd say this is inside route, so I'll say // public / then I'll now say plus file name there. Then how do I save it here? I'd say once the result comes back, I want to say result.secure URL. So that is going to save the picture name as that results secure URL. Then remember, I changed this from file to task picture. Have you? Was it task picture? Yes, task picture. Yeah, I changed that. Then what else is left out? Nothing is left out. Everything is okay. Then what I just need to do now is come back here. Remember that I commented on that particular line of code. So I have to remove the comments. This tax with picture doesn't exist. So I'll come here, I'll remove the comment on that tax picture, right? Tax with picture. Okay. Uh okay. Imole, right? I said Imole is asking, he said that the as await keyword always goes with an async. Yes, but this is how it works. You use an await function, you use an await, right? An await keyword inside an async function. So this is the async function, right? Async, so the body of the function is where you use the await. But the function itself, right, needs to be marked as an async function so that you can use this await inside. If we remove this async, for example, now, it will underline the await because it understands that you're using await here, but it's not checking. Is the function an asynchronous function? No, it's not an asynchronous function, so it will underline it for you. So now we've marked it as an async function, so everything actually works well. Now we can come back to our postman and test again, right? So let's see, we might encounter some bugs, it might work, it might not work. So let's see. Upload that, and it uploads one more time, right? If we click here and try to get it, you see, we get that picture. Okay, I didn't change that. I didn't change that. What is the URL to the other one? /v1/upload pic, right? So localhost /v1/upload pic. That is it. So let me try it. Let me choose another picture. Let me pick a picture of tomato paste, canned tomato paste. So tomato paste, let me try that and see. Okay, what happens? It says cannot post to upload pic. Okay, so let's see. Why can't I post to upload pic? Okay, so the full URL is /v1/upload pic/pic. That's where I can post to. So it's saying internal server error. Let's see how we can actually resolve that. So let's come back to our, okay. So it actually uploaded, but then I guess there's something I'm probably missing out on. Let's see, tax name, picture. Okay, okay. It didn't actually upload. Okay, so we are going to solve this problem together today. It's not, this is for oils. This is not for the one I just tried sending now. So let's see how we can actually solve this problem together. Let's see. We said the URL is /v1/upload pic, right? And then inside this tags with picture, we have /pic, which is what I did. We have a tax title, we have a tax body, we have task picture. Okay. Then we are saying the task title, tax body, we are getting it from request.body, the file name, and tax title, this results. Okay. the user is going to be his user ID, and we say successful or true, except if that doesn't work, we'd say internal server error. Now it's showing internal server error. We can console.log the internal server error to see the kind of error that is actually going on. So let me make that request again on Postman, and then we should see what the error is. It's saying that there's no such directory or file as /public/ that. So which means the problem is from the way I named this, right? So the way I named this folder is not correct. So how do I get that? How do I get this folder now? Okay, so let me see if I made that public/ file name. Let's see if that is going to work out. Let me make the request one more time. Okay, and that actually works out. So let's come back. Let's come back to VS Code. All right, let's come back to Postman and see. I just made that request with tomato paste, and it told me that it's saying it has actually uploaded that picture of the tomato paste, and that's what the picture looks like. It's in tomato paste, right? And it's not giving any issue here. It's not giving any problem. Okay. And if we come back to if we come back here and refresh, let me refresh. We should see that tomato paste that I just uploaded. Why is it showing oil here again? It's supposed to show tomato paste. Okay. Why? Let me try it one more time. Let's try it one more time. Let's come back to our Postman. And this is a tomato paste. Let me send it again. Okay. So if I check it, that is still a tomato paste. Let me come back here and see. If I refresh, what occurs? Okay, I think I know why. It's actually uploading. It's uploading, but it's not uploading to that particular folder. See them here, tomato paste. But if you come to folders and we scroll down, you'll see that it actually uploads it to the tomato. It uploads it to the root of the media library. It doesn't upload it to the test folder. Remember, we have tax picture as in the folder name. So for us to make it upload to that particular folder, you guys remember what to do. Do you guys remember what I did? Hello, who remembers what I did to make it go to that particular folder? Anybody?
I think you changed the name or the path name. The name.
Changing the name or path name. I didn't change. It's not this path name or no, apart from, I don't mean this public that I changed the name, like removing the // I mean, how do I make it that when Cloudinary is uploading that picture, it uploads it directly to the tax picture folder instead of uploading it to the root? Do you
I think
remember?
you should have the folder name at the front of public after the slash. Then it should.
No. That's not how I did. This is what I did. I said, after the file name, I wrote comma, and then in here, which is the object or the options for that particular Cloudinary upload, I can then say the folder should be that folder name, which is a tax picture. right? I think that that folder name was task picture. So this is task picture, right? Now let's go back to uh let's go back to Postman, right? Upload the picture. Let's come back here and let's try to make another request again, but this time I don't know what I should choose. Groceries and cereals. GRCR. This is just a picture of rice, wheat, and some other stuff like that. Okay, so let me make that request, send, and that is uploaded. Now, if we come back to Cloudinary, we open task picture as a folder. You should see a new image here, which is the image I just uploaded. Yes, this is the image I just uploaded, right? The image of that that contains rice and other grains, right? Beans and the rest. Okay. So, do you guys have any question on what I have done so far? Any question? Is there anybody that don't understand what I've just done? Who doesn't understand? So everybody understands, right? Okay. Okay. So Timothy, you understood to an extent. So where did you start misunderstanding or not understanding what I actually thought? All right, so let me go over this again for the benefit of people that don't understand. The Cloudinary, right? This Cloudinary V2, right? This is the way you're going to should I say, get Cloudinary working, right? Import Cloudinary. First, you install Cloudinary by writing npm install Cloudinary. Now, Cloudinary has two versions, right? The ordinary Cloudinary and the Cloudinary V2. But it's the V2 that actually works, right? So the Cloudinary SDK has the two, the false Cloudinary and the V2. It's the V2 that we actually use, right? Not as if you can't use the V1, but the V2 is more, should I say, more simpler to use, right? Now, first thing you do is you configure your Cloudinary. I can decide to configure my Cloudinary in here, under here, configure it here. But I decided to do it on the root. The same way I decided to connect to the database at my root. I decided to configure everything at the root, which is at my index.html. If sorry, my index.js, sorry. If we come here to index.js, right? We come here, you see where I configured it, cloudinary.config. Then here I gave a Cloudinary name, API key, the secret, and the secure of true. Have you seen? And after configuring it, once I configure it here, I can use it anywhere. So anywhere I now call Cloudinary, right? Anytime it wants to get the configuration, it will already know that this is already configured. It will, since I've written this, right? It will understand that, okay, it's configured. And make sure that if you're not configuring your Cloudinary at the root, any file you're going to configure your Cloudinary at should be accessible by the index.js, right? So after doing this, the next thing you do is on the folder you want to start accepting picture, you also configure Malta, right? You say Malta, this is the simplest configuration. Say Malta, and then you just say the destination to upload your files to should be /public, right? Then here, after your whatever you're writing here, you come and say cloudinary.uploader.upload. Then what you pass here is you pass the path to that image, which is public / then the file name. The file name is going to be given to you, right, from Malta. So let me explain this. When Malta receives, or let's say when Express receives a request, right? Express is going to pass the whole request to this upload.single. This upload.single here, this single here is saying that that this route should accept a single image, right? And then the field at which you're including that image, the name of that field is task picture. So as the front end is sending the request, the front end should send the request with the image, right? The name of that field for the image should be task picture, right? So what this middleware does is this middleware processes and stores that image at this public folder that you've mentioned here. It stores it at that public folder. Then after storing it at that public folder, it extracts the features or properties of that image and sends it to the next route, right? And it sends it to that next route as request.file. That is why at this point here, if you say request.file and you console.log it, you're going to see the file name, the original name, and whatever the other properties of that image. Now, original name is the original name of that folder as it reaches Malta, right? File name is the file name that Malta now assigns to that image. So at this point, Malta is taking care of how it is going to name that image. So Malta renames it with a file name, and that file name is what you can use to identify the file on your public folder. You see, as we are uploading files to Cloudinary, it is saving here. It's also saving here, but if I delete this folder, because I will never use the images here, right? If I delete this folder, I know that all these images that are here are also on Cloudinary. So I don't have any issue, right? Now, this file name here is the original file name for the file that has been uploaded. So after Malta has uploaded that file, I now come here and say the result should be equals to public, which is this public folder, / the file name. This file name is the one Cloudinary gave to us as request.file.file name. That's what I put here. Then after that, if I want it to be saved to a particular folder, I can give it an option, right? I just say, the option is an object, and the option has folder, then the property of the folder will be the name of the folder you want that picture to be saved at, which is tax picture, right? Like this, right? Then after that, when that image is picked up by Cloudinary and is being uploaded, right? What is going to be sent back to this result is the property of that image from Cloudinary. Remember that this request.file is the property of the image from Malta, right? Then this one, this result here is going to be the properties of that image from Cloudinary. So when we save the property of that image, right? When we get the property of that image, right? We know that property contains the width, the height, the picture, the URL of that picture, the tags for that picture, and the rest. But we don't want to care about all those details. We want only the secure URL we can use to access that file, and that is what we want to save on our database. So we will come here and we'll say, we want to create a task, right? With a task title, a task body. The picture name should be the secure URL of the result that was returned to us by Cloudinary, which is result.secure URL. Then, of course, we save the user ID for that particular request so that we will know which user sent that request, and that user can always find out all the requests that he has sent. And after that, we can respond with a new task has been created successfully, and then we return that new task that has been created. I hope you guys now understand. Hello. I hope you guys now understand the whole gist. Timothy, do you now understand? Is Timothy on this call? Timothy, do you now understand the logic?
Yes, I understand it now. Yes.
So that is how it flows, right? That is how the flow comes. Just comes to Malta saves it. Malta gives us the property to that file. Then we pass that property to Cloudinary. Cloudinary goes to that folder, picks the image and uploads it, and then Cloudinary returns to us the properties of that image. Then we can now get the secure URL of that image from Cloudinary and save it. So anytime we want to access that image, we can use this result.secure URL, right? So if we go back to, let's go back to our Postman. If we come back to Postman, we can come back to all tasks and we can send a GET request, right? And then if we send that GET request, if we scroll down, you'll see all the images that we've saved so far. You'll see them here. See this one, see all of them, right? These ones were the ones we saved. Okay, where is it? These ones that just have picture name as this picture name. We remember we're trying to save the images directly to our backend, which wasn't actually permanent, because the next time you push a change to the backend is just going to wipe everything, right? And then your images might get missing, right? So the best thing is to save it somewhere else and just save the link to that image on your MongoDB so that you can always access it later on. Okay, so that's with that explanation for all I've said, that we've come to the end of the class for today. If you have any question, you can drop it at the group on the channel.
I just want to clarify something, sir.
You want to what?
Clarify something.
You want to buy something?
Clarify. The last class is not online yet. The wrong class was posted to us. I raised the issue on the group, but no comments to that effect.
Okay, you said that they uploaded a video on the intermediate instead of beginner.
No. They uploaded the intermediate on beginner. The beginner's home is not uploaded yet.
Okay. I would call the admin's attention to that. I think I saw it before the class, but then after this class, I'm going to call the admin's attention.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So apart from that, is there any other question or concern?
No, sir.
It's just that video, that last class.
Okay. Yeah, the class is going to be uploaded. Yeah, it will be uploaded. So, and also I've dropped your task. I hope you guys have seen it.
Yes, we've seen it.
Okay. I hope it's not scary.
No, it's not. It's just, but I still need to test those. I need to test my API from last class.
Okay. All right.
I'm lost somewhere, so I'm not getting the desired result. That's why I wanted to see that video.
Okay. Okay. So if your code is not working, right? I don't mean for the assignment to, I mean while you're trying to do it, right? While you're trying to test the whole thing. If your code is not working, you can call my attention. I can create a Google Meet and everybody that has issue joins, and then you share your issue. So then we can solve it together. Is that okay? Guys, is that okay?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. No problem. So in the absence of any question, we call it a day. So bye-bye and see you next week Tuesday for another exciting class. Bye-bye.